We will already provide this month in the high double-digit millions of tests, and we will further ramp up over the course of this year. So unlike molecular tests, which directly measure the virus, here with antibody tests, which see whether you have been infected and the and you had an immune response, here the ramp up of production from a technological point of view is much easier.
Severin, so many questions about this, but it's the fact that there is no cross-reactivity to other coronaviruses, other similar coronaviruses. That seems quite exciting because this eliminates the false positives I was reading from your copy here as well. Is your concern that there are too many other tests out there giving false positives, and this is the first one actually that can be nearer to foolproof?
Right, this is so special about this test. It's highly reliable. It's a very precise test. And indeed, that has been an issue with the first generation of tests. So now patients and societies can rely on a highly, highly precise test.
Severin, I want to ask you about what this test really tells us, and congratulations in getting the approval, but how long do we know that a person has immunity for, and do you think people should be given immunity passports if they do pass this test of yours?
We know from other coronaviruses that it is very likely that as soon as you have gone through an infection, you will also acquire immunity. But this still, nevertheless, has to be proven over time. We need studies over time to really see whether those people who have been infected once are subject to a reinfection. But there's a high likelihood that this will be the case.
Severin, the antibody test was seen as a game changer when the debate initially opened with Boris Johnson calling it that. And now as we see economies around the world reopen, I mean, how important is it that antibody tests are part of that reopening, given some economies are already reopening without access to tests like these?
I believe it's very important because antibody testing allows us broad testing, so we get a much clearer picture of how much the pandemic has spread, whether infection rates continue to increase or decrease. And on top of it, over time, as soon as we know whether we also acquire immunity, it will allow people to return to work and to normalize our society. So I think they're really important. It's a big step forward.